It's hardly my fault that shower took forever. I don't usually break a sweat while trying to wash myself. Yeah, fair enough. I typically don't have such fine companionship while I'm stripped and dripping wet, either. Oh, that's too flagrant. Shower with someone and suddenly they become a prude. I see how it is, Rook. So, are we finishing this house tour now that I've found you a shirt to wear as pajamas? Listen, I'm rich, but I'm not has multiple pairs of silk pajamas rich. Do you imagine that when you hit enough commas in your bank account, they hand you a little sleepy hat and matching pajamas? Perhaps one of those fancy little candle holders, too. And every Christmas you're visited by 3 ghosts. Yeah, hilarious. I mean, we can just stay here in the closet. It's quite large. We could sleep in here if you wanted. This isn't even the main closet. Yes, I already know what you're going to say. I'm aware that there are some apartments in the city that are about the same square footage. Not yours, of course, but others. Please, I sign your checks, and I know where you live. It's not exactly a studio apartment. Come on. My bedroom is one of the only rooms I bothered putting any personal touch on, so I figured you'd be excited to see it, given how you seem to cherish that personal touch of mine. Oh, relax. You at least have to let me recover from the shower. It's been a long night already. Need I remind you? Hell, I'm surprised you're not sore. I'm a little sore. I'm not old. What do you mean, old? I'm one of the youngest CEOs in this industry, and you want to call me old? No, come on. My shoulder cracks sometimes because of a past injury, not because of age. The scar on my stomach was not related to that particular injury, no. Also, it's rude to bring up that sort of thing, isn't it? I mean, I don't know about pleasantries, but I assume that if Trish was here, Trish would scold me if I asked someone like, hey, how'd you get that fucking scar? She'd like slap my arm and tell me to knock it off. No, I don't mind. But I don't think tonight is the night that I'll share that particular story. Well, sure, I could have just lied about it, but I don't want to. Do you think I want to lie to you? I keep secrets because those secrets will keep you safe. And by omitting certain truths, you are not implicit in my deeds. A story about how I nearly got gutted isn't really something I need to hide. Well, it's not exactly a happy memory. I haven't had the luxury of making many of those lately. Thanks to you, I've been afforded that opportunity a little more. And, as thanks, you get to see my bedroom. So, this might shock you, but black and red, See, I'm predictable. No, I'm not. I am not. I'm not a goth. There are Gothic features. The bed frame, the arches on the bookcase, the wallpaper. Okay, Gothic does not imply the same thing as calling me goth. I don't shop at Hot Topic anymore. Oh, shut up. I told you. I'm not sharing any horrible memories tonight, and my taste as a teenager definitely qualifies as such. That and you are definitely not the first brat that ever flung goth at me like it was derogatory. I know you're teasing. Why, yes, it was Faust who busted my balls back then. You could tell all of that from him barging into my office. Well, you are perceptive. Once our family dynamic shifted, he would try to find my insecurities and press my buttons to get a reaction out of me, calling me a nerd, a loser, goth, as if that was a bad thing. You know how dumb children can be, which is all rich coming from a little pretty boy who loves video games and playing dress-up and being a closeted weeb. What? Yes, I know what the word weeb is. Do you think every sexy CEO is an out-of-touch caricature whose only hobby is hard sex and poor communication? And crime, occasionally? Yeah, I've read those books. Or, well, the reviews for them, at least. Is the bed frame a bit much? That's what I really wanted to ask you, because putting this big carved canopy bed in a modern penthouse is probably a sin, but sin is fun, right? I mean, well, it's a fairly large bed, so finding restraints that reach the posts would be difficult, but not impossible for someone with money to waste on such a peculiar interest. Noted. You can look around all you want, but I'm getting into bed. Oh, I can't hear you. Too comfortable. Oh, my shoulder. Hey. Come here. Good pet. You're so obedient when your needs have been satisfied. Oh no. You'll not get any complaints out of me. I haven't had anyone stay over in a long time. I appreciate my space, but if it's you I'm sharing it with, perhaps it's not so bad. As long as you're not a kicker in your sleep, I think other than that, there's very little you could do to me in my sleep that I wouldn't enjoy. What do you think I mean? I'm not making any suggestions. I'm just telling you to follow your heart. Or whatever it is you might let make late-night decisions for you. darling. I am exhausted. I have a feeling I'm going to sleep very well tonight. Don't you think?